Welcome back, amazing observers. I'm Sue Sabelli, your Great Minds teacher. Let's see what we need for today. Today we'll need Sky Tree, handout 25A, the Notice and Wonder chart, handout 25B, Artist's Colors, crayons or markers, your journal, and a pencil. So pause here to gather what you need and just hit play when you're ready to continue. How does change impact people and nature? We'll be diving into the last book of this module, and this last book will also add to our understanding about change and how it does impact people and nature. This focusing question will guide our thinking as we explore Sky Tree together and also as you explore it on your own. Pause here to read the question to yourself, and then we'll read it together. How does Sky Tree show the cycle of seasons? Illustrations for books can be made in many different kinds of ways. How do you know it's fall? Use photographs. Why do leaves change color? Use drawings. And the little yellow leaf, use collage. Collage is when you take different types of materials and glue them together. Sometimes illustrators create paintings for illustrations in a text. Thomas Locker, the illustrator and author of Sky Tree, did just that. He created oil paintings for the illustrations in Sky Tree. As you notice and wonder today, you will focus just on the illustrations. Pause the video here to grab handout 25A and your pencil. You'll use handout 25A so you can jot down what you notice about the illustrations and also the questions that you have as you explore the illustrations in Sky Tree. When you notice and wonder about a painting, it helps to look very closely at that painting. You might start at the top and work your way down with your eyes all the way to the bottom. Or you might start in the middle with your eyes and then branch out to the edges. What do you notice? I notice that the tree has many leaves. I also have a question. Does the tree always look like this? Now it's your turn to notice and wonder with the paintings in Sky Tree. I'm going to show each painting for a few seconds, but this is what I need your help with. Pause on each painting to jot down what you're noticing and also what questions you have. What questions you have about the painting, even questions you might have about the colors. Once you've had a chance to jot down what you notice and your wonder questions, just hit play so you can move on to the next painting. Ready? Here we go. Remember, you can always scroll back on the timeline so you can add even more to your notice and wonder chart. Thanks so much for looking so closely at these beautiful paintings. When authors write books, they choose the words that they use very carefully and very much on purpose. Painters do the very same thing with color. They choose their colors carefully, and there's usually a reason why they're choosing a certain color. Today, you'll examine the color choices in the paintings in Sky Tree. Pause the video here to grab handout 25B Artist Colors, and also grab your crayons or your markers. Just hit play when you're ready to continue. Before we take a look at the directions, let's explore a word that might be new. That word is palette. A palette is a tray that an artist uses to hold or mix paints. Please read the directions to yourself, and then we'll read them together. Use crayons to color the palette and show what colors the artist used in the painting. And if you're using markers or colored pencils, that's just fine too. When you analyze or study a painting closely, it's important to look at every detail and look closely at every color that the artist uses in the painting. I'm going to model just 3 colors that I found that I wanted to add to my palette, and then I'm going to turn the rest over to you. I'm going to use this painting here, but you're going to be able to choose any painting in the book that you would like to analyze or study closely. I added the color green to my palette. I added the color green because there are many green leaves. Look closely at the painting. Do you see the color green? Do you see why I added that to my palette? There are so many green leaves. I also added the color yellow to my palette. You're going to have to study or look a bit closer to find the yellow. There's less yellow than green, but I added the color yellow because the sunlight is shining on the tree. If you look at the edges of the tree, you start to see some yellow. Or if you look at the trunk of the tree, you can see pieces of yellow where the sunlight is hitting the trunk. I also added black to my palette, and you have to look closely for that too. You have to study the painting. I see black in the shadows. I added the color black because the tree is making a shadow. The tree is making a shadow because there are so many leaves on the tree, the sunlight can't get through. Why did the artist choose to use those colors? I believe the artist chose to use these colors because Thomas Locker wanted to show that this tree is making food. The leaves are gathering sunlight and they're making sugar for the tree. What season does this painting show? It is summer. Look at all the green. Look at all the sunlight. The title of this painting is The Summer Tree. Because the title of this painting is The Summer Tree, we now know that Thomas Locker chose his colors on purpose. He put these colors onto his palette because he knew he would need green for the leaves, yellow for the sunlight, and that there would be shadows because the leaves were blocking the sunlight from hitting the ground. Now it's your turn. And again, you get to choose any painting from the book that you would like to study or analyze closely. You can use your own book, or you can scroll back on the timeline to find a picture that you would like to analyze. And remember, you also have the back of your sheet, so you could even analyze more than one painting, or perhaps there's so many colors in your painting that you've chosen that you need to add some on the back. It's totally up to you. And if this is something that you enjoy doing, you can always crack open your journal and you can analyze even more paintings, because this is really fun. So have fun, look at those beautiful colors, and think about, why would the artist have chosen to use those colors and to use them together? You're an incredible thinker, and I know you're going to come up with amazing ideas. Pause here to choose your painting and to complete handout 25B. Just hit play when you're ready to wrap up our video lesson. Be sure to check out the back of the book for the section that's titled Connecting Art and Science in Sky Tree. Learn more about your painting. Let the words in the description help you to understand why the artist may have chosen those colors. Painters are so cool. How much fun is it to slow down and look at the paintings when they're used as illustrations in a text? Keep looking for beautiful things in the world, and I will see you again soon.